Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrutyam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudirayet
Tato Jayamudire
Nashtaprayesu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayesu Bhadresu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama Sloke
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavate Naistike
Bhakti Bhavati Naistike
Namah Vishnu
Namo Vishnu
Padaya Krishna
Padaya Krishna
Pristhaya
Prishthaya
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimate
Srimate
Bhakti
Bhakti
Vedanta
Vedanta
Swaminiti
Swami
Namine
Niti Namine
Namaste
Namaste
Saraswati Devi
Saraswati Devi
Gauravani
Gauravani
Pracharine
Pracharine
Nirvishesha
Nirvishesha
Sunyavadi
Sunyavadi
Paschatya
Paschatya
Deshatarine
Deshatarine
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa
sindhubhyaiva cha
sindhubhyaiva cha
पतितानां
पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमः
नमो नमः
जय श्री
जय
कृष्ण
श्री कृष्ण
चैतन्य प्रभु
चैतन्य प्रभु
नित्यानंद
नित्यानंद
श्री
श्री
अद्वैत
अद्वैत
गदाधर
गदाधर
श्रीवासादि
श्रीवासादि
गौरभक्त
गौर भक्त
वृंद
वृंद
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
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 हरे हरे
हरे
हरे राम
हरे
हरे
राम
राम
हरे
राम
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 हरे
राम
हरे
हरे हरे
मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणम्. So we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 7, The Killing of Demon Trunabrata, text number 19, right?
Yes, sir.
भूमौ निधाय तं गोपी विस्मिता भारपीडिता महापुरुषम् आदद्धो जगताम् आसकर्माशु. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace of Charanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: feeling the child to be as heavy as the entire universe, and therefore being anxious, thinking that perhaps the child was being attacked by some other ghost or demon, the astonished mother Yashoda put the child down on the ground and began to think of Narayana. Foreseeing disturbances, she called for the Brahmanas to counteract this heaviness, and then she engaged in her other household affairs. She had no alternative than to remember the lotus feet of Narayana, for she could not understand that Krishna was the original source of everything. Purport. Mother Yashoda did not understand that Krishna is the heaviest of all the heavy things, and that Krishna rests within everything. Matstani sarvabhutani, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.4, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat abhyakta murtina. Krishna is everywhere in his impersonal form, and everything rests upon him. Nonetheless, na chaham teshvavastitaha. Krishna is not everywhere. Mother Yashoda was unable to understand this philosophy because she was dealing with Krishna as his real mother by the arrangement of Yogamaya. Not understanding the importance of Krishna, she could only seek shelter of Narayana for Krishna's safety and call the Brahmanas to counteract the situation. Hare Krishna. Avinit.
Hare Krishna, sir. Daityo namana trinavartaha.
दैत्यो नाम्ना तृणावर्तः
Kamsha Rityah Pranodita.
कंसभृत्य प्रणोदितः
Chakravata Swarupena.
चक्रवातस्वरूपेण
Jaharashinam Parbhakam.
जहारासेनमर्भकम्.
While the child was sitting on the ground, a demon named Trinavrata, who was a servant of Kamsa, came there as a whirlwind at Kamsa's instigation and very easily carried the child away into the air. Purport. Krishna's heaviness was unbearable for the child's mother, but when Trinavartasura came, he immediately carried the child away. This was another demonstration of Krishna's inconceivable energy. When the Trinavarta demon came, Krishna became lighter than the grass so that the demon could carry him away. This was Ananda Chinmaya Rasha, Krishna's blissful transcendental presence. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Abhinit. Hare Krishna, Kundan.
Hare Krishna. Gokulam sarvam avarnavan.
गोकुलं सर्वं शर्वावृण्वान्
Mushnam चक्षुंशीरेणुभिः
मुष्णं चक्षुषीरेणुभिः
इर्यन् sum aha gohara
ईरायं सुमहाघोरा
Vedana pradiso disah.
शब्देन प्रदिशो दिशः.
Translation: covering the whole land of Gokula with particles of dust, that demon acting as a strong whirlwind covered everyone's vision and began vibrating everywhere with a greatly fearful sound. Purport: Trinavartasura assumed the form of a whirlwind and covered with a dust storm the whole tract of land known as Gokula, so that no one could see even the nearest thing.
Hare Krishna. Mrityunjay.
Hare Krishna. Muhurtam bhavadagostham
मुहूर्तम् अभवद्गोष्ठम्
rajasatam shavritam
रजसा तमसावृतम्
sutam yasodana pasyata
सूतं यशोदाना पश्यत्
tasminyastati yatah
तस्मिन्न्यस्तवति यतः.
Translation: for a moment the whole pasturing around whole pasturing ground was overcast with dense darkness from the dust storm, and Mother Yashoda was unable to find her son where she had placed him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Text number 23. Na pashyat kashanatmanam
नापश्यत् कश्चनात्मानं
param chapi vimohitah
परं चापि विमोहितः
Drunavarta nisrustabhi
तृणावृतनशिष्टाभिः
sarkarabhirupadrutah
शर्कराभिरुपहृतः
Because of the beads of sand thrown about by Trunavrata, people could not see themselves or anyone else, and thus they were illusioned and disturbed. Hare Krishna Abhinit.
हरे कृष्ण से इति खरपवनाचक्रपंशु वर्षे
Iti khara pavana chakra pansu varse
श्रुता पदवीम् अबलाभिलक्ष्य माता
Suta padavim avala vilakshmata
अतिकर्पूर्णम् अनुमस्रन्ति असोचद्
Ati karunam manusmarantyashochat
विपतिता वृता वत्सका यथा गौ
Bhuvi patitamrtavatsaka yatha go.
Translation: because of the dust storm stirred up by the strong whirlwind, Mother Yashoda could find no trace of her son, nor could she understand why. Thus she fell down on the ground like a cow who has lost her calf and began to lament very pitifully. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kundan.
हरे कृष्ण सर रुदितम् अनुनिशमया तत्र गोपयो
Ruditam manune samyagatya gopyo
गोपयो
ईशम् अनुतप्ता धियो पूर्णामुख्य
Vrusam anutapta dyosho purnamukhya
रुरुदुर् अनुपल्लभयानन्द सूनुम्
Ruruduranupallavyanandashunam
पवन उपारत पामशु वर्षा वेगे
Pavana paratapamso varsavege.
Translation: when the force of the dust storm and the wind subsided, Yashoda's friends, the other gopis, approached Mother Yashoda, hearing her pitiful crying. Not seeing Krishna present, they too felt very much aggrieved and joined Mother Yashoda in crying, their eyes full of tears. But this attachment of the gopis to Krishna is wonderful and transcendental. The center of all the activities of the gopis was Krishna. When Krishna was there, they were happy, and when Krishna was not there, they were unhappy. Thus, when Mother Yashoda was lamenting Krishna's absence, the other ladies also began to cry. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mrityunjay.
Hare Krishna. तृणावर्तः शान्तरयो
Tૃણાવ્રતરસાંતરયો
वात्यारूपधरो हरन्
Bhatyarupādharoharan
कृष्णं नभो गतो गन्तुम्
Krishnam nabho gato gantum
नाशक्नोदभूरिभारभृता
नाशक्नोद्भुरिभारभृत्.
Translation. Having assumed the form of a forceful whirlwind, the demon Trinavrata took Krishna very high in the sky. But when Krishna became heavier than the demon had to stop his force and could go no further. Purport. There is a competition in yogic power between Krishna and Trinavrasura. By practicing mystic yoga, asuras generally attain some perfection in the eight siddhis, or perfections, namely anima, laghima, mahima, prapti, prakamya, isitva, vasitva, and kama vasiyata. But although a demon may acquire such powers to a very limited extent, he cannot compete with the mystic power of Krishna, for Krishna is Yogeshwara, the source of all mystic power. Yatra Yogeshwaro Hari. No one can compete with Krishna. Sometimes, of course, having acquired a fragmental portion of Krishna's mystic power, asuras demonstrate their power to the foolish public and assert themselves to be God, not knowing that God is the Supreme Yogeshwara. Here also we see that Pranavarata assumed the Mahima Siddhi and took Krishna away as if Krishna were an ordinary child. But Krishna also became a mystic Mahima Siddha. When Mother Yashoda was carrying him, he became so heavy that his mother, who was usually accustomed to carrying him, could not bear him and had to place him down on the ground. Thus, Tranavrata had been able to take Krishna away in the presence of Mother Yashoda. But when Krishna, high in the sky, assumed the Mahima Siddhi, the demon, unable to go further, was obliged to stop his force and come down according to Krishna's desire. One should not therefore compete with Krishna's mystic power. Devotees automatically have all mystic power, but they do not like to compete with Krishna. Instead, they fully surrender to Krishna, and their yogic power is demonstrated by Krishna's mercy. Devotees can show mystic yoga so powerful that a demon could not even dream of it, but they never try to demonstrate it for their personal sense gratification. Whatever they do is for the service of the Lord, and therefore they are always in position superior to that of the demons. There are many karmis, yogis, and jnanis who artificially try to compete with Krishna, and thus ordinary foolish people who do not care to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from authorities considered some rascal yogi to be Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the present moment, there are many so-called Babas who present themselves as incarnations of God by showing some insignificant mystic wonder, and foolish people regard them as God because of lacking knowledge of Krishna. Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mrityunjay. So thank you, Abhinit Kundan Mrityunjay. We'll stop here. Very beautiful description by Srila Sukadev Goswami. So we were discussing yesterday also that when Krishna became 1 year old, this pastime happened. This is the pastime where Trunabratashura was delivered. And Trunabrata came. Actually, Krishna sometimes wants to play, sometimes wants to take flight. Like our acharyas explained, when Mother Yashoda was carrying Krishna, Krishna saw immediately a bird in the sky. And like a child asked to mother, what is this? What is this? Similarly, Krishna asked Mother Yashoda, Ma, what is this flying in the sky? Then Mother Yashoda explained, this is a bird who is flying. So Krishna told, I want to fly also. I want to fly. Mother, I want to fly. So he started crying. And Mother Yashoda told, how you can fly? Told, no, I want to fly. So as soon as he immediately desired to fly, Trinavrata came. And Trinavrata came like a vehicle, and Krishna, he actually sat on Trinavrata, and Trinavrata took him and take a flight. That is what Krishna, in order to not to harm Mother Yashoda anyway, he actually planned, and everything is based on the Yoga Maya, his internal potency, and he became very heavy. Like it is mentioned that he became heavier, much more heavier. Because everything is inside Krishna. So when he became heavy, Mother Yashoda could not carry, he put him down on the ground. She then went to call some Brahmanas, because immediately Mother Yashoda, as soon as anything happens to Krishna, she invites Brahmanas for different kinds of customary things she has to do. Like she do some chanting of Vedic mantras and different kinds of customary activities she carries out. So again, Mother Yashoda went to invite some Brahmanas, and after inviting, she went to his inside house to do some household affairs. And at that time, Trinavrata came, and Krishna knew this, that Trinavrata is coming. So I must take a flight on him. So then Trinavrata came as a whirlwind, like a cyclone, everything shattering around. And then he took away Krishna from its position. And Krishna sat on him very nicely. And as soon as he carrying Krishna, after some time Krishna became very heavier. Then Trinavrata became unable to carry more. He unable to fly more. Because Krishna sometimes fly with on him in order to get pleasure. After that he became heavier and heavier. Like yesterday Nandi Prabhu was explaining, Trinavrata indicates our mind. And it actually takes us in different way, different direction, like a whirlwind. Sometimes we captured by our mind in such a condition. Therefore, inside our body there are many demons, demonic qualities acting, and sometimes it becomes activated, and we become so engrossed. We become. Therefore, when we take shelter of Krishna, easily we can get out of this. Whatever demoniac attack may be to us, we can easily come out of it. And so here Prabhupada is explaining very nicely, very beautifully explained in his purports, that yogic power Trinavrata is showing. He is thinking that I am the greatest powerful yogi. By becoming wind, a cyclone, I can do anything. But he doesn't know that to whom he is carrying, he is the Yogeshwara. He is the master of all yogic power, from whom all the yogic power comes. Whatever here Prabhupada is mentioning, there are mystic yogis, 8 mystic yogis, Ashta Siddhi. It is mentioned, Ashta Siddhi. There are different 8 Siddhis, Anima, Laghima, Mahima, Prapti, Prakamya, and Ishita, Vasita, and Kama Vashit, everything, whatever, everything is coming from Krishna, and the yogis, so-called yogis, they get little power, yogic power, and they show this magic to people, and people consider them as God. But they do not know that Krishna, who is full of yogic power, infinitely full, we cannot compare, very difficult. And people unable to accept Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the difficult thing. Because we are unable to perceive the mystic power, the yogic power of Krishna. We can perceive when we become Krishna conscious. Very easily we can perceive it. So therefore, Prabhupada is explaining, like Krishna, the devotees of Krishna, they're full of mystic powers, but they don't display it because they knew that Krishna is there to protect in every aspect. And like we have seen in case of Prahlad Maharaj. And for Prahlad Maharaj, nothing, he is a small child. And in whatever way Hiranyakasipu tried to kill him, unable to kill. Many yogic mystic power they used, like Hiranyakasipu also instructed his sister Holika. Holika also tried to kill Prahlad Maharaj by the mystic yogic power. She sat on the fire by putting that that chadar, that cloth given by Brahmaji. Because Brahmaji gave that boon that when you put this cloth on your body and you sit on fire also, you will not burn. So he took Prahlad on her lap and put on that cloth and then sat on the fire. But finally she burned. So therefore nothing could work because when before Krishna's mystic power, these small yogis, they are nothing actually. So that is what Prabhupada is explaining, that when we see little yogic power from a yoga master, we think, oh, he is a god. He is actually a god. Actually, it is nothing. So therefore, here we'll see next how Krishna will kill Trinavrata. It is not like Krishna used his so much power to kill Trinavrata. Just little weight he increased, Trinavrata will be finished. Trinavrata was a great yogi. He knows very uh, mystic powers. You can see he can become a whirlwind to destroy everything. He is a servant of Krishna and his purpose was to kill Krishna. But we will see here how he will be delivered by Krishna. And also Prabhupada explained about Mother Yashoda, because Mother Yashoda was also, because of the Yoga Maya, she never considered Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. She always considers Krishna as his pet child. Any danger comes, she immediately ready to protect Krishna. Whatever powers he had, whatever potency, many ways. We have seen also when Krishna was 10-year-old, when Putana was killed. At that time also Mother Yashoda became very worried. And when Sakatasura was also destroyed, Mother Yashoda also became very fearful. So we'll see again how Mother Yashoda will see the whole universe inside the mouth of Krishna. When Krishna will yawn, just yawning, Mother Yashoda will see the universe inside the mouth of Krishna. So we'll see that in the next. Okay, so we'll stop here. I will stop here. Then Abhinit, you can speak a little bit. Thank you very much.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, sir.
Krishna.
तो हम लोगों ने पढ़ा त्रिनव और के बारे में।